Now, at St George's, small groups and networks are a really important part of church life. So I'm going to pass over now to Julia, our planting curate, who's going to introduce us to some of our small group and network leaders.
Well, I'm with the Eyes Open Network, and we've got some network leaders and small group leaders here, and we're just going to hear a little bit about their network and how things have been going for them since we have been in lockdown. Ruth, you're one of the network leaders. Could you tell us a little bit about the Eyes Open Network?
Yes, so we're a group of around 20 people, and we're quite diverse. So we have an age range of sort of 30s to 50s, and quite a variety of different jobs and different backgrounds. And currently we consist of 2 small groups, but we also often meet together to do things, which means everyone gets to know each other.
Fabulous. And Emmanuel, you lead one of the small groups with Faith. What changes have you made in doing and being a small group since you've been in lockdown?
Yeah, thank you very much, Julia. Unlike any other institutions and organizations at the moment, Eyes Open has equally had to adapt during this pandemic. We've had to go to do our small groups now via Zoom. We previously would meet every Wednesday evening in the church center, but now that has since changed. We equally also do post-church coffees on Sundays, where for about an hour we kind of keep in and talk about different things and how we are all doing. And we've also had some very interesting games like the scavenger hunt, which have kept us busy as a network.
Fabulous, thank you. Julie, you lead one of the other small groups, and I know your small group has welcomed some new people in lockdown, so over Zoom, and that must be quite difficult to be a new person joining in through Zoom. How have you helped to ease that process?
So I think since we had to convert to a small group on Zoom, we've still tried to keep it as normal as possible. So, I mean, in normal times, whenever we had a newcomer, we'd do our usual Eyes Open icebreaker, which usually involves introducing ourselves, going around, and then we all have to share something, a favorite of ours. It's helped us to sort of, get to know each other more as well as the new people. And generally as well, everyone has done a really good job of just keeping the new members involved in discussion when we meet up.
Great. And I know that some of the people in your who have been new have come from Alpha. David, you're a leader in that group too. Could you tell us how that's been an encouragement for your group?
So as Emmanuel said, under normal circumstances, we meet on Wednesday evenings in the church centre, and many of you might recognise that is the time and place that Alpha meets. So we see it happen and we pray for it on a regular basis. And it's brilliant to see people come through Alpha, to see what they've learned in Alpha, which is, of course, a brilliant course, and to see them grow and to learn from them as well, because they've learned so much at Alpha.
That's really encouraging. And I wonder, Faith, could you tell us if there's been a particular blessing being a small group for you during this time?
Yeah, I think really this time has been wonderful for Eyes Open, because I think it has been a bonding moment for all of us. We kind of have adapted to checking on each other daily, given that we meet more than once, so on Wednesdays and on Sundays, as Julie said. It really gives us time to know what's going on in our lives all together, and has really enabled us to bond. And another big blessing is how we have a number of medics in our group, and we've been praying for them all this while in the COVID situation, and it's really great and a great blessing to thank God for.
Wonderful. It's great that we can bless each other like that when we can't meet together physically, and we don't know when we're going to be able to meet together as a wider church to gather together. So how do you see your network doing church together as social distance rules ease up?
Yeah, so I think that's a really good question, and it's a question that people are thinking about in a variety of different settings at the minute. We're all really excited to see each other again physically, although Zoom is great, it's just not quite the same. And watching everyone else eat cake when you can't share it with them isn't quite as fun. So obviously we need to follow any government guidelines that are in place, which at the minute means that we're still quite limited in what we can do. But we've had a bit of a think about the logistics. There's various things that we need to consider. For instance, because we meet in the church centre, we have quite a number of people who don't have access to cars, because that's an easy access point for them to be in a small group normally. And also the variety of people that we've got. We've got people who are potentially going out and about all the time and people who aren't. So I think we're really excited to meet again, but we need to think about how we do it, and do it in a way where we want to make sure that everyone's included and no one feels left out.
Thank you so much, and thank you Eyes Open Network for coming and speaking to me today. And we're so grateful for you. We're so grateful for our network as small group leaders.
We'd love to invite all St George's members to be part of a small group. So if that is something that you're interested in, please do get in touch.